Kutoka jumba la Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, ambapo kiongozi wa Azimio Raila Odinga anawahutubia waandishi wa habari, na swala kuu kwenye mkutano huu ama kwenye mazungumzo hayo ni kuhusiana na mswaada wa fedha wa mwaka 2023. Hebu tumsikilize.
Choice where I want to invest. I should not be forced to invest in this venture or this other venture. And if you're telling me that it is an investment, then you must tell me what kind of interest am I going to get out of it, so that I can make up my mind whether I want to take my money to the financial market, or I want to invest my money, put my money as a deposit in the bank to earn an interest. But there must be a choice. There must be consultations. Kenyans have not been properly consulted before these measures are being introduced. And you're now being introduced and they're being told, irrespective of what you say, these things are going to pass. In other words, the kind of consultation they're talking about is useless, it's fruitless. The second question you asked is... bipartisan. Yeah, the bipartisan talks, we've received a progress report from our team, and they're saying that they have made some progress. They're going to continue next week. There are issues which are very critical, which we give a deadline of 30 days. That those within 30 days, we must have a solution. This includes the cost of living, the cost of essential commodities like unga, oil, cooking oil, the price of electricity, school fees, and so on. Secondly, the issue of server, the forensic audit of the server. There must be a solution to it within these remaining days. Then the other one is a guarantee and assurance that there will be no interference with all Azimio-affiliated political parties. You said that, for example, they must not continue to interfere with the Jubilee political party. They must give us an undertaking that they will not interfere. For example, the Jubilee's General Assembly or convention is scheduled to take place on Monday next week, the 22nd. These are some of the issues that we have raised. Okay.
All right. My name is Emmanuel Toh from KTN News. I have two questions. One, the president yesterday cracked the whip at KEMSA.
Huh?
I'm here, Baba niko hapa. I'm here. Nachunga camera. So, yesterday the president cracked the whip at KEMSA, firing the PS and some members at KEMSA. Do you think, what is your take on that? KEMSA, Kenya Medical Supplies Authority. What's your comment on that? Is the government committed to fighting corruption? Number two, on Sunday and Saturday, we saw you with the president in Nyandarua, in Kasarani, and in Nyayo. You had a busy weekend with the president. Does it affect your watchdog role as oversighting the government, and are you planning anything? Thank you.
First question is
on KEMSA. The first question is on KEMSA.
KEMSA. Now, KEMSA issue, these are all these issues we talked about, issues of corruption. And the government is actually reacting. They're reacting to a very major issue. I don't think that this is the only scandal that they have in KEMSA. I think within a short period of time, you're going to be seeing hemorrhage in this government. But then, you see, you have a government should be run as a government. You have ministers who are charged with these responsibilities. Why are we not seeing ministers? Why is the president the one coming up with the key policy issues in respective ministries? The other day, the president was talking about student loans. with the permanent secretary, and there was no minister. And that is in the State House. A major policy statement on education should come from Minister of Education in his ministry. If there's a scandal in KEMSA, there should be Minister for Health. Or there's a permanent secretary for health, medical services. This other one here is just PS for public health. So it's raising more questions than it answers about the so-called surgery in the ministry. Okay? The other one is, we were in Nyandarua. We went there, Jamini village, for the funeral of Hayati Field Marshal Mukami Kimathi. And we met there with Mr. Ruto and his deputy and his ministers. And of course we shook hands there. It was a chance meeting. We did not plan to meet there. But they said it was a state funeral, and we said we must go. There had been some threats issued by some supporters of Kenya Kwanza. But we said, no, we will go because of our relationship with the deceased, as it turned out. Now, they said it was a state funeral. The flags were not flown at half-mast. Neither was she given a 21 gun send-off as is required, which was very unfortunate indeed. But from there, I had been invited to Kipchoge Keino Athletics tournament, which was taking place at Kasarani. And Mr. Ruto also was coming there. We didn't know that he was coming. He didn't also know that I was going. We just met there as a chance at Kasarani. And we watched the tournament together. We did not invite each other. The following day, there was Mashemeji Derby at Nyayo Stadium. And I was going there because I'm the patron of Gor Mahia, Kogalo. And as we were coming around Madaraka Estate, there was a traffic jam. Then I asked, why is the jam today on a Sunday? I told, the roads have been closed because the president is going to the stadium. That's when I knew that Mr. Ruto was going to the stadium. And we met there again in the stadium, and we watched the match together. In the halftime, we went down to the lounge. There's only one lounge. And then we met there, and the pictures were taken. But we did not talk anything other than football. And there was no handshake. And I want to say this for umpteenth time. Mr. Gachagua, understand, we do not want any handshake with Kenya Kwanza. You have not asked for it, we don't want it. And we will not go for it.
I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mtazamaji, huyo ni kiongozi wa Azimio Raila Odinga akizungumzia masuala mbalimbali